Hey, what's up, guys? It's Justin Straight, your Reddest Panda, and today we're actually going to be checking out Crimson Desert. The devs dropped 3 different videos about a month ago, showing all the gameplay mechanics and kind of breaking down. I wouldn't say all of them, but quite a few of the big ones, from the story base, the actual combat progression, and then some of the life in Pywel, which is the country that it is world that it's built in. So I want to do a raw kind of exploratory take on what that is, and give you kind of a natural breakdown to what is going to be going on in this huge game. And as always, we explore these digital worlds so you can help save the real one and the animals that live in it by just watching. 50% of every piece of revenue that we get goes back to conservation efforts like Red Panda Network, and helping endangered species across the world. So I appreciate you guys watching. So let's get ready for this deep dive into Crimson Desert. And I do apologize, guys. I am under the weather, if you couldn't tell from my intro.
Hello everyone, welcome to the first Crimson Desert features.
So first thing here, we see a ton of draw distance, a really deep, this could be a pre-rendered scene, but even if it is, I imagine it's in engine, so you really see the depth and the distance out there to explore. All these towers, these mountain ranges, I believe everything in this game is able to be explored for the most part, and it just looks gorgeous.
Overview video. In this series, we'll be sharing information about several gameplay features and providing a look into what you can expect when you step into the world of Crimson Desert.
I mean, we got flight or gliding, maybe flying, falling with style, as they say in Toy Story, along with horseback riding, back here.
About several
How's that
gameplay
horse look?
features.
The horse does look kind of like mechanical in its movement, as a really quick, small thing. Nothing can be a Red Dead Redemption 2, right? Boss said R2D2. Nothing can be Red Dead Redemption 2, but or even like Witcher 3 in terms of horse mechanics. But the fact that they have, mounts and things like that in the game, on top of what I think there's dragons and mechs too, I've heard whispers about. So I'm pretty excited about that.
And providing a look into what you can expect when you step into the world of Crimson Desert. Today, we'll cover our main protagonist Kliff and his story, as well as the open world where your journey will take place.
All right, first thing, Kliff here. Let's just talk about how yacked and jacked this dude is. I mean, even with the armor and, clothes over top of it, you can just see how huge this dude is. I mean, he kind of has to be in this probably really volatile and dangerous world that they live in. I mean, he's got that snatched waist. I mean, my wife would probably be like, hey, why are you pointing out all these hot guys? I'm like, because they deserve your respect. They worked really hard to look the way they do with their painted faces and chiseled jaws.
This is the continent of Pywel, a seamless open world filled with natural beauty. Here you'll find both vast wilderness stretching as far as the eye can see, and bustling cities inhabited by residents.
All right, this dude's huge. Oh man, that's scary. I mean, they have bustling, streets, at least in this early area. I don't know if all the cities will be like this or not, or how interactable everything is, but it does look very much alive, which is cool.
From all walks of life. As you explore, you may also come across ancient ruins and more just waiting to be discovered. But for all its beauty, danger lurks in all corners.
Oh wow! So they have full ass castles. It looks like here, with discourse and battle happening within the turrets and everything of it. These are turrets. Full ass castles here with battles and just warfare happening within it, which is super cool.
Factions clash in deadly conflicts.
And that's a lot of enemies and maybe NPCs that are on your side too, but that's a lot of people. I mean, hell, the video can barely render it.
Hostile forces roam the land. above, in the realm known as the Abyss, a growing mystical imbalance threatens to push the world toward chaos. This
All right, mystical black ashes, kind of cool.
is where you step in.
Here, take these wings. It's time to return.
Yeah, let's just yeet ourselves off the edge here. That distance. Hold on. Like that. Like, excuse me? Excuse me? Like that distance you're falling, you are straight up just jumping out of an airplane and falling straight down to your death. That's a wild feat. That's exciting.
You will play as Kliff, a formidable warrior of the Greymanes, a faction hailing from the region of Pywel. Renowned for their commitment to peace, the Greymanes have long fought for their homeland's unity and protected the innocent. To Kliff, his fellow Greymanes are family in all but name, and he has fought with them side by side, determined to preserve unity in their lands.
Rest well.
But we first join Kliff in the days after that peace is shattered.
Gian has fallen, and with the great leader's death, our land, Paloon, once unified, has been plunged into chaos. And now, a bloody battle unfolds between the Greymanes, who fight to uphold his will, and the Black Bear forces that seek to set it aflame.
Well, that looks sick. And are they the black bears because they all wear bear helmets? Is that why?
Your journey begins with reuniting the surviving Greymanes to rebuild the faction and reclaim your homeland.
Black Bear bastards swore up and down you were dead. Ross!
But as you venture farther, the clearer it will become that the fate of more than just the Greymanes is in your hands. Forces.
I mean, off the rip, the voice acting seems pretty solid, which is really good. I like hearing more about that, hearing more of the stories themselves. I wonder how big the cast is, actually, because there's a lot of characters, I imagine, with how big this world is.
Of greed and malice wreak havoc across the continent, while a far greater threat emerges. The gazes of dark forces are fixed on the Abyss, a mysterious realm that holds power beyond imagination. And in doing so, drives the balance of this unknown world and the
Okay, so we have immediately a new faction kind of join the realm from the Black Bear folks. Ravens, maybe, of some sort, and they teleport, and they're teleporting assassins. That's terrifying. I feel like the speed of this combat is going to be right up my alley because it feels like kind of like an Elden Ring in a way, but a lot faster, which I like. I don't mind Elden Ring except for the pace of combat. I feel like it's so slow versus this seems to be quick and reactionary, which is really good to me at least.
continent below, ever deeper into chaos. Fragments of the Abyss are falling to the lands below and lie scattered across Pywel. Defeating those that seek to use these remnants and restoring the Abyss's broken balance will be an important part of your journey.
Dude just powered up for the Mega Punch.
The Abyss holds what the world itself contains, which is why they plot to open the gate. What's back?
And there are goblins, I assume, or maybe it's orcish. But we know there's orcs at least. But I don't know if there's any other like fey races within the game. This does look more goblin-y than orcish, in my opinion.
Pure power, raw and untamed.
The moment is claimed by a single hand.
They're all fucking dead!
Now, these look like some epic boss battles, whether they're magical, whether they're animalistic and like creaturey, or just straight up against the dudes that are just really good at fighting. I feel like these end in fight scenes, like these in fight pre-rendered scenes, are gonna be so sick. And I hope they kind of base it off of what you like actually do in the fight, but maybe not. Either way, it's gonna be cool.
The story of Crimson Desert centers on Kliff,
This way.
How's the situation?
but as his tale unfolds, two new playable characters will come to join your journey. As these characters become available, you will be able to freely explore Pywel and undertake many quests outside the main story with them.
So the question is, are there gonna be like 3 separate but parallel storylines that you're gonna have to go through, and at the very end choose which one you want to end the game with? I They don't describe this as an RPG, like a narrative RPG. It's more they say it's an action adventure. They didn't want to put that themselves in a box with the idea. So I don't think there's a lot of choice necessarily that's happening besides what quests you take and don't take, and maybe even fail or don't fail. But I'm wondering if these 3, like, if there are 3 parallel stories happening at once, or if you just can now take on a new body and kind of do the same thing. I hope it's the former, where it is 3 parallel stories, and each character has their own kind of depictions of how the story is unfolding, along with their own maybe unique abilities and ability trees. That would be kind of deep and kind of cool, but it would be very complex. We got mining immediately. Mining. Oh god, there's probably mining, cooking. I imagine there's every kind of mini kind of mechanic in here.
Each character has their own combat style, as well as
It's like I just said that. That was an accident, I swear. I have not watched this.
unique skills and weapons, allowing you to experience the world.
Oh, they have unique weapons too. I figured they I mean, that makes a lot more sense. Like, someone who's fast and quick can't necessarily hold a great sword. That makes total sense.
And its battles in different ways.
They got guns! I've heard they got mechs, so that makes sense they have gunpowder.
Pywel is made up of 5 regions, each holding stories to be told and discoveries waiting to be found.
Can we talk about just how gorgeous these landscapes are? Like, my god. Like, look at that. Can we climb that mountain? I sure as hell hope so. I mean, we got some towers in the distance here. I feel like you can. There's gotta be something up here to explore. Like, look at that. Look at that over there. Look at that little, I don't know, hunter's hut. But I also imagine that the map is I've heard the map is 2 to 3 times the size of Skyrim, right? So I feel like they have to block it off with natural terrain versus just like invisible walls, based off of everything we're kind of seeing just in the gorgeous landscapes and environments so far. And that would make a lot of sense to have like this is the northernmost region of Pywel. So it's like, oh, okay, let's have these giant mountains so you can't actually go any further. You can climb to the top, sure, but you can't go any further. Like it's like walled off from there. Or maybe it drops off. You're like, hey, you'll die if you try to fly over here. I'm sure there are people out there that are going to break the game and explore past the region's technical end because they always do. And I'm curious to see what that looks like. That was a big fella. A bunch of Lokis? Oh, look at that guy. He's huge. Loki! Oh, that's cool. So the region itself is more of the steampunk, this specific region versus everywhere there are going to be mechs and mechanical things. It's just going to be in this region. I'm curious if you can take it outside of the region or if it's loading locked almost inside the region. They said the thing! They said the thing!
The main questline follows Kliff's journey through the central story, but questing in Pywel goes far beyond following a single path. The continent is full of other tales, interesting encounters, and hidden challenges that all...
So the question is, because all of these people are like moving fairly fluid, so they're all seem to be mocapped, and this is just like a random citizen number 3, you know, with chickens or turkeys. But that's impressive, and wow, that's a lot of work.
shape your adventure, and you're free to take them on in any order you choose. Many of Pywel's quests revolve around the factions, houses, and organizations of Pywel.
That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of houses, a lot of lords.
Some of these quests are grand, with large-scale objectives like reclaiming fortresses and taking on formidable foes.
Do you know how to drive a wagon?
That hat, though. I mean, I want to be a cavalier and have that hat. Let's go.
Would you take the reins
And that mustache, the wind is just flowing through it, sir.
and get me to the trading post?
While others are quieter, requiring you to help residents with everyday tasks.
Just, you know, can you drive a wagon? I apparently can't because I'm hurt, maybe. But that's all right. Just chill. But can we talk about how gorgeous just driving a wagon feels? My God.
From the outset, some factions will be friendly and may give you missions.
The Bleed Bandits are raising an army of their own. And worse still, they've stolen the family spear manual. My son Graham went to reclaim it, but he's gone silent. With the rest of my men serving the Duke, I find myself in need of your aid.
I'm curious if this is an entire map of the world or if we're like, hey, we're right here only, and this whole northern extra area is separate in future DLC.
But he's gone silent. With the rest of my men serving the Duke, I find myself in need of your aid.
Others, however, are hostile forces who are residing in or occupying the area.
All right, so we have Greymane, map, journal, skills. Hey, a guy has a skill upgrade he needs to do. Others, and then quest, environmental, factions, and skills on the map page. Okay, so you find skills is what I imagine. There's, yeah, these are all factions and enemies at this point that they have pulled up here, at least in this section. It's a very hostile area. I imagine the red ones are bad and the white ones are neutral or good. And other locations like environment, like caves. Super cool. All right, I kind of like the details they're putting in the map.
Occupying the area. Roothold, originally under the jurisdiction of House Celeste, is currently blockaded.
Now that was a kick. Goodness.
Under siege by the invading forces of Gwen Kraber. The area will be liberated once Gwen Kraber and Kraber's soldiers are defeated.
Now I've heard there's a ton of fighting style choices and like what you can do in the game in terms of the way you choose to fight. A lot of freedom in that. With skill trees and trees associated with specific weapon types, even like pugilist, like punching, boxing kind of thing, and being its own play style, which is super cool. It almost reminds me, with the exception of the heads up display being different. I mean, very different, obviously. So a lot of things are innate in terms of you have to remember the combos and stuff, but the speed and not quite as over exaggerated as Where Winds Meet. I started playing that, and it's like, oh, this is really fast paced, kind of Ninja Gaiden-y, but it has everything kind of up on your HUD that you can see, which is semi nice, but also makes it busy. Where this is a lot cleaner for the heads up display, and you just have to remember what the hell your combos are. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of learning here.
Roothold is now back under the control of its rightful faction, House Celeste. Enemy
So that abyss artifact that the guy just found, they mentioned earlier that the abyss is like kind of invading the world, as like the darkness. So I imagine that's part of the way of gaining probably new abilities is through getting those artifacts, almost like skill points or to put towards your tree.
forces have withdrawn, and the region will now be safe to travel. In other liberated locations, the homes of rightful residents may be restored. Rewards for faction quests will be helpful in your character progression, from meeting new merchants.
Now that's a good looking spear. Like, goodness. There's dots on here, so I'm curious if there's upgradable portions, if you can change like specific parts of a blade and or um spear in this case. I don't like how the lamp or lantern here is going through your pants though.
To receiving
That happens in every
equipment for
game.
your journey and gaining access to resources like lumber, stone, and other materials you'll need to rebuild the Greymane's home.
Excuse me, Treebeard? What? Or is that a house? Is that Baba Yaga?
In Pywel, exploration is more than travel. It's discovery.
You can just force push yourself in the air? That's wild.
Whether it's finding undiscovered points of interest, hidden treasures,
Oh, so they're pulling the whole like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Hell Is Us. They're pulling the whole, hey, here's a map. Hope you find the area sometime. And good luck. If you find these holes, don't go in these because they're already dug up. Use a different one or whatever. Um, yep, that's wild. That's appreciated. It's cool, but that is not that game style, like play style, is not for everyone. It is kind of hard sometimes, and I like for Hell is Us, for example. I had to take notes to figure out where things were and to keep them like in my head because there's a lot going on.
or simply a vantage point to take in the view.
Gorgeous.
There is much that will draw your curiosity to wander.
I mean, what game wouldn't be complete without a hidden bookshelf?
With sights, secrets, and surprises along the way catching your attention, and no strict path, you can pretty much go anywhere that captures your interest.
I hope, I mean, they have like map markers and stuff you can do versus just memorizing the entirety of the map and hoping for the best.
A trusty steed provides reliable travel, but Kliff himself can climb and even glide across distances.
So you have grappling hooks, you have flight or gliding, you have double, triple, quadruple jump with a push, probably all based off like stamina or MP or something like that. And then you can just good old fashioned climb, which I imagine is also tied to that too. So just don't fall off. They turned off like the HUD for all this preview to make it look cleaner, I imagine. But you it would be kind of nice to see, like what is this, what resource is being used so you can make sure to manage it properly. 'Cause there's no way we're
Further
flying
into
for
your
free.
journey,
Oh,
you'll also gain access
oh, okay. A lot of bad guys. This doesn't seem to be the not cyberpunk, but the steampunky area. This looks more like the desert area. So that's kind of cool if you're like rescuing this, quote unquote, or just stealing it from bad guys. That's kind of neat.
To a missile firing mech. And a dragon that will allow you to soar high above.
Like, what? Look how fat that tail is. Oh, that's confirmed. Good boy. And look at all these like towers in the areas. You got cities over here. I mean, the draw distance, the distance to be able to see and things are like made out versus just being super blurry, like even out here, like way out here, all that is still like, you see distance, but that's like normal vision, which is crazy.
Above the world. On your journey, you will meet a wide variety of the continent's inhabitants.
Circus!
Everyday life in Pywel. Amongst them, hostile
Flying
factions
assassins!
each present their own threats, from well-trained soldiers and sorcerers to ferocious
Robots!
machines that will test your combat skills and adaptability. And for those seeking a different kind of challenge, Pywel holds many mysteries. From ancient mechanisms hidden in forgotten ruins to enigmatic puzzles, each rewarding keen observation and problem solving.
We got puzzles, baby. Just shove your sword in it and use it as a key.
Now, let's go over just some of the things.
What? Okay, so we got flying cities way above the world here. Not just like a one-off. That's a lot of them. A lot.
Things you can discover out in the world.
A lot. My God.
The abyss.
So you don't only have a normal groundwork that you're dealing with in terms of like how big the map is. You have to really actually constitute the verticality of it all. So like how high these games, Red Dead Redemption 2, Witcher 3, these Skyrim, these huge games, they didn't have verticality. Like you couldn't go up. Here is like, oh, you also can explore up. So not only is the map something crazy like 400 kilometers, in the distance around or whatever, but or square kilometers, you have this verticality of like all these floating cities you fly up to somehow. And okay, only up challenges, be damned. Just don't fall, I guess.
This is a mysterious realm brimming with secrets and untold power. Its influence stretches far beyond its own borders, spilling into the lands of Pywel.
Whoa. Okay, so you have like light reflecting off this. Are these all sniper glints?
Fragments have fallen to the world below and lie scattered across the continent. And discovering these remnants will be an important part of your journey. You'll come across artifacts, powerful items necessary to unlock.
The question is, do each like side specify, like in Hell Is Us, for example, they had these rods, these limbic rods, they're called, and they had different symbols on them that were specific to a specific door, even though they could match other doors, but like one symbol had to match this way along with this other symbol. It was a lot. Are they doing the same thing, or is it going to be more of a general, hey, you have this cube that can be used in a puzzle?
Skills.
But also you'd find these like rods not in the area of the puzzle, so you'd find them in another map area altogether. So that made it really hard, and that's why notes came, to be a thing.
Facts can be earned through quests and combat, while others lie in more hidden corners of the world, waiting for those willing to stray from the beaten path.
Explore every corner. Go.
Traces of the abyss you discover will open up fast travel locations, making it easier.
Thank God. I was worried about that. It's like, do I have to get on a horse and literally gallop 2 hours to get across the map?
To revisit and explore the areas of Pywel you've discovered.
Hell yeah. Teleport, baby.
In time, your search will inevitably take you to the abyss itself. Venturing into its mysterious realms will put your wits to the test as you uncover its secrets and restore the abyss's broken balance.
So I'm curious with that, like that kind of puzzle. Is it more so like viewpoint puzzles? So you have to make sure you have the right point of view whilst moving this piece around, or if it's just like, hey, float it and connect it to this one.
Abyss's broken balance. Across Pywel lie valuable equipment and items, some tucked away in hidden corners, others guarded fiercely within enemy camps, forts, and strongholds. Many of the items you uncover may offer powerful and helpful advantages in combat and exploration. Even the smaller items you collect along the way can prove unexpectedly useful, benefiting those who search every path and face every challenge. The world of Pywel is
That's a goblin. That's a goblin. That's not an orc. That's a goblin. Okay, they got gobbies.
rich with knowledge waiting to be uncovered.
And crocodiles. Why? What? The animal, the flora, the animal life. What is happening here?
From knowledge about its inhabitants and wildlife to skills, items, and more. This information can be acquired in many
I thought that was a pumpkin. It's a person.
ways by interacting with characters and objects, exploring new areas, and even observing from afar. The knowledge you gather.
I'm assuming it's part of a quest, but so you watch the guy fish and thus learned how to fish. That's kind of cool. If it's not part of a quest, that's actually even cooler. If it is like something you can just do, like, hey, I watched this person beat up as blacksmith beat up some armor, right? I watched them for whatever time frame that took. Now I can do blacksmithing stuff and fix my armor, or make my swords better.
May provide clues to completing quests, open paths to acquiring new skills, or offer helpful guidance. That's all for today's look at the story and world of Crimson Desert.
And they have constellation work? What is this nonsense? What's the reason for this? Why is it important? I want to know now.
In the future, we'll be highlighting combat, progression, and life in Pywel, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.
That's really not good for your sword. Just saying. Man, that edge is going to be so dull. Better watch the blacksmith. Become a blacksmith now. All right, let's check out the combat.
Today, we'll be shifting our attention to another important aspect of the game, combat and progression.
You know, talking while you're fighting is not great for your breath control and likely making your attacks a lot shallower. Just saying.
Combat in Crimson Desert is visceral, and the battlefield is yours to shape. You will grow your arsenal of skills, weapons, and equipment, and it'll be up to you how you use them. Whether it's an aggressive offense, precisely timed defense.
Pause. Didn't mean to pause it right here, but hey, mounted bear, what? Can we ride a bear? Can we have different mounts than a horse? Please. But also, going back, the amount of just like different moves that were made with the, not the same weapon, but like the different move types for each weapon is wild. Like the spear doing that block, precision block, and then parrying to do this really cool like multi hit attack.
It's an aggressive offense, precisely timed defense.
Like right there, bam, and then boom, 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 boom. That was nasty. Whoa, then he pulled him off the bear too. What is this? Using your grapple hook as a weapon? Is this Batman?
Even using your mounts and the environment to your
You could ride a bear! Oh my god!
advantage.
And the bear attacks! This is wild!
Combat in Pywel is full of possibility.
Yeah, we saw the mech already. cool, but
Wield
okay, hold on. There's a mech. This lady is having a bad day. She was like, dead body, just
wield a wide array of weapons from sword and shield, spears, great swords, axes, and various ranged weapons.
So I may have been wrong earlier where I said maybe everyone can't do the same weapons, but apparently they probably can.
Each weapon has its own advantages.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Can we talk about how she just Izuna dropped that dude? Oh, if you knew anything about Dead or Alive early on in like, I don't know, like early 2000s, 2010s, that move was nasty, and she just flawlessly destroyed that dude.
So switch back and forth to the ones that best fit your style and the situation you're in.
And then she just like, what? Are there satellites in this game that are just dropping nukes on people? And then she shoots the guy in the stomach. Like, how do you switch so quickly? This is amazing. I can't wait to see this.
Powerful weapon skills can be paired with hard-hitting, bare-handed hits and kicks, as well as a wide range of grapples to create seamless chains of attacks.
Oh, you can use the environment to hit people and like throw them into the environment to hurt them. Oh, it's so good. You can throw probably people into other people. That's so nice. I wonder if you can throw the environment at people too. Like pick up a tree and throw it.
Further expand your options by empowering key abilities, allowing you to burn, freeze, and stun enemies.
I want to know how simple or complex this will be to switch like that, or how seamless, I guess, it is on console. Because you can hotkey about everything on PC, right? I don't think they're allowing hotkeys on console.
So combine weapons and chain skills the way you want and forge your own approach to combat.
Oh, that was sick.
Your mobility and timing are also a big factor in combat.
Dude, there are gonna be some min-maxers that are just that look like gods that are doing this when they get their hands on this game.
Slides, dodges, counters, and swings flow directly into attacks, keeping you mobile and relentless.
What? Oh, that was sick.
Guards and dodges open up enemies for a counter, letting you strike back and keep
This got to be deep in like the late game because just plowing through enemies like that—that's wild.
up the pressure. The result is combat that feels grounded, yet explosive and endlessly expressive.
Told you, pugilist. Oh, that looks good. Open-handed monk,
Of course,
baby.
the skills you've just seen won't all be available from the start.
You know that's kind of obvious, and you don't have to necessarily say that, but I understand.
If you've seen some of our previous gameplay videos, Kliff is usually shown at a much greater height of his power, wielding a wide range of devastating skills.
Oh my god, I should probably block this out. Oh, that's visceral.
But when you awaken in the aftermath of the Black Bear's assault at the start of your journey, you start from scratch with a more limited set of abilities and equipment.
All right, so they pull the whole trope of you die and then come back to life. And you're now at square zero. You get a peek at like a bunch of cool abilities at the beginning, probably in the prologue, and then they skip to you dying. Then you come back and you're like, now I'm at square zero. Cool. Let's figure out how to do this.
A core part of your journey in Pywel is the transformation from a survivor into a truly formidable Greymane, and you decide how that progression takes place. As we mentioned in our previous features video, you will acquire...
All right, so there's a lot going on right here in terms of wildlife. You got bison, you got antelopes, you got whatever
Artifacts.
that is right there. Is it an ostrich? I don't know. Can't tell. But I wonder if the wildlife is interactable, if you can like go up to them, or are they just there? Can you kill them? Can you hunt them? That's kind of curious, and if it's part of like maybe the crafting process is getting pelts and things like that. I imagine not, since the game is pretty magical. I doubt you'd need to really worry about the wildlife unless it's like a legendary mystical beast or something. Um, but I wonder how like interactive it is with the characters. Like if you walk up to them, will they run away? Do they stand there and you can just like walk through them and they don't really exist in the world, but they're there? I'm curious about that.
Fragments of the abyss that have fallen to the world below through quests, combat, and exploration. They lie at the end of many trials in the possession of powerful bosses and hidden across Pywel, including up in the abyss. Acquiring these artifacts will be crucial to your progression, as they enable you to increase core stats like health and stamina, unlock new skills for more skill chaining potential, and enhance existing ones, thereby increasing your combat and exploration capabilities. Some skills
That's
and
sweet.
upgrades cannot be obtained through artifacts alone and must be observed firsthand out in the world.
Oh, okay. So that's like the learning and progress thing we saw with the fishing. Same concept. This is where you become a monk, is force palm. Wait, that same screen that we saw with the force palm was in that. So can you like learn enemy skills? Oh, like while you're fighting them, if you just watch them enough, like will it progress over here at some point? Like, oh, progress here, and then like they do it again, you watch them again. You can almost farm like skills from the enemy. That would be kind of cool and super cool if you can do it during boss fights where they're like unique skills that are only attainable then. That would be absolutely super cool. It reminds me of Final Fantasy, like the blue mage or whatever that can do enemy skills, and you learn them from getting hit by them usually. But in this case, just watching them do it and not getting hit by them, that would be sick and a super unique way to do an enemy skill type mechanic. Oh, nope, that's exactly what just happened. Okay. I wonder how much you have to watch them, though. I feel like it's gonna be more than just a one-off.
You may be the type to want to upgrade your stamina quickly, to run and glide around the world longer to explore.
I was curious how they were going to introduce with the multiple characters, how introduce flight, 'cause or gliding or whatever you wanna call it. Because one guy has, like, kinda magical wings from the abyss that we saw in the previous video. This one has propeller. That's kinda cool, like steampunky propeller. How's the big guy do it?
Or you may want to unlock and upgrade all the diverse grappling skills to continuously slam enemies into
Just make a WWE superstar and suplex everyone. That's so cool.
the ground.
Let's go.
Decide which skills you want to combine and unleash during combat, and choose the direction of your progression by considering your playstyle.
You just punch the soul out of that guy. That's crazy.
While learning and mastering your skills is important to winning battles, the equipment you bring to the battlefield can be just as crucial.
Okay, one weird thing here. He doesn't have a sheath. Where is he sticking that?
Can be just as crucial.
Just in my leg. That's where I hold my sword.
As you travel across Pywel, you can buy, find, and craft the gear that gives you the edge in combat.
We got shorter people. Are they gnomes, dwarves, or just smaller folk? Gigantic people that seem to be orcs, maybe. And then your normal humans. And then we have gobos, little gobblies.
The mighty blade tests the heart of its master.
Hold on. Let's back up here. All right, so let's see. Little buying action. You can see it's a nice thing. You can see the difference, which is good. That's very nice. A direct compare. You can click on apparently with L3 to what you're currently equipped versus what you're trying to buy, or vice versa, I imagine. So your current ones, actually no. So your current one's equipped over here. Trying to buy the hammer, it's worse. Attack speed is 0, level 1. Okay, cool. Critical hit chance goes by levels instead of just like a numerical value. Refine. So I wonder if that's like the quality of the blade, or if it can be increased through like blacksmithing, or if it's increased, or if it degrades actually with time. So do our weapons degrade? That's a good question. It has some additional features via some kind of socket system. It looks like there's 3 sockets in it. Critical hit chances go up. Additional damage to strong enemies, and your attack speed. So that's where the level 1s kind of come from, these socketed items, it looks like. Probably the more expensive. Oh, they have actually different currencies, it looks like, within the game. We see the white currency here, 6.67. Oh, why did I say that out loud? And there's a brown copper currency too that's separate. It might just pop up when you're hovering above that specific item that takes that currency, rather than have them all up at once. That's interesting. It's kind of cool to see some of the specifics with how you can like better increase the weapon itself. One thing I don't see is so I bought that. You see the minus over here, which is kind of cool. I don't see any type of like bartering system. So at least you probably have a sell menu and a buy menu. It looks like that's about it.
Your equipment can be upgraded for higher stats.
Okay, so we increased that. The hammer they just bought, which was worse than what they had before. So they increased at the blacksmith 10 to 12. So I wonder if you can learn from the blacksmith as they're doing it. That would be kind of cool.
Materials for upgrading your weapons, armor, and equipment can be found in a wide range of ways. Through mining.
Hi ho, hi ho. Oh, there you go. That explains hunting. Hunting is the thing that's in this game. Okay. So pelts and things of that sort will be necessary.
Eating powerful bosses.
He's a big boy.
Through quests and by uncovering them in hidden locations. You will also be able to customize equipment with extra stats and special effects.
Okay, we have like abyss gear, it looks like, from a separate witch-like merchant that give you different abilities here. Okay, this is the sell. Sells for 19. So they're selling that currently, right? Or equipping it, actually. So you might not be able to equip it yourself. You have to take them to a mage, to red mage, whatever. Just in my head now. To be able to equip that and upgrade your weapons.
Across your weapons and armor, and experiment to discover what combinations work best for you in the battlefield.
Now I wonder if you can unequip and if it'll be destroyed, or if you can just unequip freely and kind of play test.
And out in the world. All of that preparation leads to
What was that?
your greatest tests. Across the continent of Pywel.
Is that a giant spooter? A furry giant spooter? Oh my god. It's kind of adorable. Can I have it? New mount? Yeah.
Fearsome bosses rule, waiting for
Pterodactyl mech airplanes? What? And you're flying behind them? What are we in? What year is this?
your challenge. They come in many forms, human and beast, steel and sorcery.
Giant abyssal dragon worm thing? Snake? What?
Brute force and mystery. They'll test your limits in different ways.
That big guy.
At the end
That has
of these
backflips.
hard-fought encounters, special rewards await. Some
I thought this was gonna be like a cool, like, hey, everyone's just watching you fight. Until this guy over here, his asshole, just started shooting.
equipment earned from bosses can even grant access to their signature abilities.
Ooh,
Or grant unique effects.
that's
and
so
bonuses.
cool.
So build on the strength you gain through each victory. Take down these threats of Pywel and prove yourself a true Greymane. That brings us to the end of this feature.
To be a Greymane kind of just seems like to be a badass. They don't really care what your fighting style is. Become the best at it.
Here's overview video. We hope you look forward to Crimson Desert's combat and your progression journey as you explore and fight across Pywel.
Ooh.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next and final features overview
Oh, you got explosive shots too? That's neat.
video.
Multi-shot, cool. Grapples and then slam attacks that do AoE stuff. That's just neat. And I imagine all these abilities are either like a MP or like stamina based. We just don't have the HUD to kind of see what that is. What's really like wild is the varied enemy type too. Like it's something you just look over when you're just trying to figure out what the hell this dude, like the player character, is doing. But there are a lot of varieties of enemies. Even just like the normal human, whatever, bandit looking dudes, because they all have different weapon types and stances and attack types, signature attacks, whatever else. They have their own like just features, along with just looking different too. Like just there, we had axe. This guy has an axe too, but head covered, head open, club, board or shield and sword and board. Look, hair pulled back, different. Okay, last up here, we're gonna look at the life in Pywel. Just see what the everyday life looks like.
In our final video of this feature series, we'll be taking a broader look at life in Pywel. Your journey will be anchored by the Greymane camp, a stretch of land in Hernan that serves as the faction's new base after Payloon is lost to the Black Bears.
Grab 'em! Find them all!
Its beginnings may be humble, but over time, you'll be able to expand the camp.
I was about to say, maybe we have like entire base building mechanics built in, along with just like improving the quality of life for the people who live there, merchants, and that kind of thing as the game kind of goes on. Or they're probably like driving a wagon. You probably have some type of trade goods kind of quest line you can go through. Hey, take this to go trade this to this camp and then or this city and come back, kind of thing.
With funds and resources that you acquire on your travels. With these upgrades,
Man, people who are digging some of that like base building seems to be like legitimately base building. You are driving stakes, you're pushing wagons, you're chopping wood. All right.
acquire on your travels.
This is cool.
With these upgrades, the camp will become more than just a place to rest.
You got full ass overview, top down, just house building. All right, this is Sims now. This is cool.
Here, you can prepare for the journeys ahead.
That's
Prepare
sweet.
meals at camp that will keep up your health.
Ooh, give you special abilities and effects maybe. Like, hey, you have extra health now from eating this good soup.
It's about time you got hungry.
That looks delicious. Like, what? I want that.
Purchase
Like, that is the biggest chicken sandwich or pork loin sandwich I've ever seen in a fantasy game.
provisions from the camp vendor.
Oh, let's go back. Hold on. Okay, so we got restores. All right, so cooking restores 60. Restores a modest amount of health when consumed. A portable preserved food made by slowly drying meat. Tough exterior has a rich, meaty aroma, making it ideal for staving off hunger on the road. Flavor does not easily spoil even when stored for a long time. So I wonder if they have a spoiling mechanic for food too, like KCD2 does. And holy moly, can we look up here? At the top right, we got pretty much all your base stats, it looks like. maybe, oh god, 4,432. Like, I feel like they're cheating. This is too much wood. This is too much wood, guys. Too much grain. This is so late in the game. You got monies based off like money renown maybe or something, or bait or like camp money. I don't know. Maybe this is like your strength of your camp or residents even. 41 residents, something like that. Hmm, interesting.
You can also go a step further and produce the resources.
All right, we got Stardew Valley. They pretty much put every major mechanic people like in games and put it in there. So I feel like there's something for everyone, but the game won't be for everyone. Because like, yeah, you can like doing this stuff, but you don't want to play an action adventure game with such a deep like ability learning curve versus just like, hey, I want to hack and slash, you know.
Resources needed for cooking and crafting yourself. By working the camp's ranch
We got pigs and cows and sheep and ducks and chickens. Let's go. Go ram.
and farm, a helpful
You can pick up a pig. What is this nonsense? That thing weighs like 500 pounds. That's huge.
option when resources are in short supply.
I'm gonna go eat this pig. I really hope you don't witness the the butchering and just like, hey, throw it in that pin. It's going to be butchered. Uses resources. FEMA will be all over this game.
The camp is also the foothold for rebuilding the Greymane faction, and building it is the starting point in the journey to reclaiming the Greymane's lost homeland of Pywel. The comrades you reunite with along your journey will come here to regroup, while others will hear news of the camp and arrive of their own accord. These Greymanes can take on
Oh, okay. So manage free sword. All right. So you have your NPCs that are probably based in the camp itself, maybe used for raids and things like that. They have their own stat lines with health, attack, defense, and attack speed, movement speed, critical hit chance, and some skills they can use too. That's kind of neat.
several roles. They can be dispatched to locations across Pywel where missions can be found.
Ooh, do we have like a top down RTS kind of view of like a mission, like attacking a base or kind of rescuing someone or something like that? Actually, let's go back here. So we got a large park dedicated to Marnie and the Delicians. Delicia National Institute. So you have Stronghold summary there. That's what that is. Nothing else really on the screen there. So scrolling over your mission list, building Marnie's statue. Okay, you need 4 to 6 people. The task takes 2 days and 6 hours in game time, I imagine. I don't think it's gonna be real world time. That'd be obnoxious. You got a certain currency that are based on your base, and my God, that's too much grain. Why do you have so much? With the same whatever this is, all of it, and all the monies in the world that they're cheating. They put a cheat code on, guys. If you win or if you get this, go through this, you get a reward of 1,000, probably renown or something like that, within the your base itself to make your stronghold stronger, especially or your home stronger, really, for the Greymanes. Okay, then if you click that, and then you select the members, and you got a bunch of your members there. So all can base off of. I imagine if you're friendly and you have people from the Delician, sect, you can use them along with your Greymane companions. Okay, so you have additional. If you choose more than or the larger end, I guess, you actually go up in your reward.
Resources such as wood and ore and materials
Dispatching selected personnel to the mission, canceling an ongoing mission will only return the resources spent. Okay.
required for cooking and alchemy. Greymanes can also be dispatched.
Okay, 2 to 10, 1 day, 12 hours, and you got some usages here. Cool.
Help to whittle down enemy ranks even while you're in other parts of Pywel.
Oh, so they can attack other fortresses and strongholds for you. That's kind of nice. The big thing is I imagine some of these skills are super good at certain things, whether it's like wall building or maybe it's wall destroying kind of thing or defending, attacking, that kind of thing.
Your journey will inevitably take you to the villages, towns, and cities of
Oh, that
Pywel's
pony
various
was
regions.
pretty. Hold on.
To the villages.
Look at that. Look at that unit. Look at that unit. Look at that. Look at that.
Take you to the villages,
Clydesdale. Let's go.
towns,
We have deer people playing chess. Badger boar people.
and cities of Pywel's
What?
various regions.
That's a knight.
Here, shops and vendors offer everything from
Okay.
daily provisions to a range of equipment and materials. New
So you
weapons
just buy off the rack or buy in a menu. That's kind of cool.
to replace the one you've carried
And cause a lot of issues, probably. Oops, I bought a bunch of shit.
since Hernand. While a tailor ensures you're properly outfitted for the journeys ahead.
Oh, your wardrobe tells your story.
You look like shit, sir. That's a raccoon hat. Automatic buy. Level it up. Max level. Put stuff on it. Yours forever.
But commerce is only one part of life.
I'll do the same for you someday. This is for you.
What was that? Hold on. So you give gifts? Yep, gifts. Noble. Trust 90. Oh, okay. Max out your trust. Forest of Color. You can sell it or you give it as a gift. Kind of see how much that gift will give that person. What it means. I imagine different gifts for different people matter more.
This is for you. Good health.
They seem pretty deep in about everything they do, so I imagine that's going to be the case versus just like a standard, hey, you give a painting, it's going to be a 10 across the board.
Health to you. My words of praise must seem
He gave you a gold ring for that? What?
shallow.
There are residents here who are in need of someone to hear their requests. Some may need protection from bandits.
Scout in the area.
Others may ask you to deliver goods. Or help track down a missing person. These stories unfold alongside the region's larger tale.
Wow. Just, wow. That's amazing. You just see everything in the distance.
Offering a glimpse into the everyday lives of those
What
who
is
live in
that?
Pywel.
Dear person!
Spend a little time in these locations and soak in the atmosphere.
So do the areas have seasons is the question, or are they seasonal areas? Like this one's fall. You go to the winter one up north. You go to the summer one that's in the desert, whatever.
Meet residents, both good and bad.
Ooh, so you can get stolen from. Neat.
Catch whispers of rumors from the locals, or engage in light.
Oh wait, are they not deer people and they're actually just people wearing deer helmets? That one looked like a deer person.
A little time in the
Oh, it's a guy just wearing a deer pelt. I'm an idiot. Damn it.
catch whispers of rumors from the locals, or engage in lighter diversions
Ooh.
along the way.
We got mini games. Okay, we got gambling. We got some brawlings. Little fight club action. Okay, so we had cards maybe? Yeah, we have some kind of cardage happening. I don't know if it's based off like a blackjack kind of thing or Texas Hold'em. Maybe.
Just be mindful of the
Oh. All right, so you can be a little bad. You can steal a little bit if you want to.
harmful actions can turn residents and guards hostile, making travel more difficult as you're forced to fight your way through.
Fight everyone.
Even serve time in jail.
I thought that was a outhouse, not a jail.
Beyond the towns
Circus
and
again,
cities,
okay.
You'll also encounter people and come upon locations that draw you into new adventures.
A hot air
Like a
balloon.
town hidden away, home to some unusual residents.
I don't think. Let's move them.
Or locations that, whether through mechanical or mystical means,
Ooh.
require fixing. So take in life apart from the battles and
Whoa.
wilderness of Pywel.
Like, holy moly. What? That's crazy.
and explore its towns, cities, and beyond.
You can cut down trees. Okay. A logging mechanic.
Provide resources, new stories, or even just moments of levity
Yes! You can pet doggos!
in your journey.
This makes me happy.
Cooking will be one of your essential activities.
Okay.
Food can replenish or temporarily strengthen your health, spirit, and stamina, giving you the edge in exploration
Yes, we can pause and eat 75 pieces of cheese! You Skyrim people know. You understand.
or battle. Along
Recipe
your travels,
cards, nice.
You'll find bonfires and cooking recipes that allow you to prepare hearty meals. Fishing and hunting will provide the ingredients these recipes require.
Okay.
While
So out of the hunting, you got some meat, horns, and small bones. So it's not really specific to the animal necessarily, which is good and bad. Like it makes it more generic, so you can just kind of hunt whatever. I'm sure the pelts might be a little different.
while items like flowers and insects can be used in alchemy to brew medicines that enhance your combat capability.
Oh, and they have alchemy too. So you're gonna pick up every flower ever made over the course of exploration. Oh God.
Other
Ooh.
activities like mining
Gold,
and gathering
gold.
will also yield materials for crafting and upgrading your equipment. You can also craft more advanced and specialized
Ooh, reading books, learning. What?
tools with valuable resources you uncover on your journey.
You can become a blacksmith though, because that book was about blacksmithing. It says to become a fine blacksmith. You know. Ooh. Nice. One must forge blades no fewer than 1,000 times using a variety of materials. Materials should be high quality, though when you're starting out, it may be hard to spot the difference. Anyone who crafts 1,000 swords will gain an eye for what makes a good material. Only when you've mastered the materials through relentless repetition are you truly ready to forge a finer blade. I wonder if that's true. Is that a true thing that's in the blacksmith world? Because that seems like a lot, but also makes a lot of sense.
Sources you uncover on your journey.
Oh, okay.
Shaping your daily life in Pywel also extends to
Ooh, okay. We got
customizing your
hairstyles. Nice. We got all the dyes in the
You can adjust
world.
hairstyles and tattoos.
Character creation is
well
going to
as
go
your outfits
crazy
using
for
dyes.
people. I really hope they have a photo mode.
A wide variety of dyes can be discovered throughout the world or brewed through alchemy.
Oh, so you have to
experiment with
brew the,
different color
pick up all the
combinations
flowers. Oh
available.
my god. Okay. People will love that though. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, people are going to go hard on character creation.
And that wraps up
All right, is that like a Locomon from Digimon?
the Crimson Desert Features Overview series. We've
The rain looks good.
explored
Like, that was nice. That was hitting the water and you could see the drops. That's... Ooh.
Pywel and its stories and characters, the combat and
Excuse me? What? So you're just flying along. You're like, I'm going to jump on this horse and I'm going to start riding it. So you tame a horse by just jumping on its back. One, that's crazy to think about on a developer standpoint. Let's like add all these crazy, amazing features, but let's also go ahead and add in taming our mounts too. So I'm going to fly in, jump on it, ride a wild stallion around for a second. What if you do that with a bear? That'd be kind of cool. Or a bison. Is anything writable? I need to know these things.
progression and the activities that make up life in Crimson Desert. We hope that this series has given you a better understanding of the game.
The
Thank you
tree
for
heat
watching,
is so cool.
and we'll see you
And
in
then you have rock, paper, scissors with kids. That's so cool and adorable.
Pywel.
Tiny feature. Horse racing? Come on, man. Just brute strength, pulling. You gotta shoot it. Oh my god, they have every mini game you can think of. If you don't have a dragon yet, you can get a hot air balloon, go up to the crazy area in the sky. That's cool. All right, March 19th, Crimson Desert comes out. What are your guys' thoughts on it after seeing all this information about it? I mean, there is a lot going on in Crimson Desert, and it's really exciting. I'm cautiously optimistic about it, to be honest with you. I really love the feel in terms of like the way it looks. I want to see what it feels like in my hands, is the real question here. I'm really jealous of all like big YouTubers and stuff that got access to it to really get that feel for the game, because that is like really how games should be understood, is by playing them. It sucks there's not a demo, which is fine, but it's one of those things like if you can feel the controllers need to feel, or control needs to feel intuitive, especially on console. It can't be super clunky. Otherwise, it makes the gameplay really, really hard, and not hard in the sense of it just being difficult. Hard because you have to do weird shit with your hands. It's like this is like I have to hit these buttons and this button at the same time, and it's like they're not intuitive. If that's the case, I don't think it will be, but pretty sure their optimization in terms of like controller scheme for how much depth is in the game seems to be tracking in the right point. So I'm really excited about that. And the game seems like a faster paced but more exploratory, while being a little more narrative than things like um Elden Ring and Tears of the Kingdom for like Link, or Zelda, sorry. But I think this game will be good. I don't think it'll be for every single person. I hope it kind of is, though, with the amount of features that are different out there. People can just like go explore and go craft their heart's content, or maybe they just want to create like a mini Sims and just like take the stronghold to the next level of what they want to do. Or and there is that, or getting the stronghold like to the largest you can possibly get it and make it a nice home for the gray mains. I was definitely thinking Grey Wardens, I think from Dragon Age. It's going to be, I'm going to say that a lot. I'm going to call them Grey Wardens a ton, likely, but they're Grey Mains. They're Grey Mains. They're Grey Mains for no reason, I guess. They don't have mains, except for in these photos here. That's kind of cool. But yeah, are you guys going to buy it? What are your thoughts on the game? I need to know. Please let me know in the comments. It looks so interesting. I think a lot of people are going to wait until it comes out and the reviews really go wild and whether or not it's good or not. I think I'm going to pre-order it. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to figure it out. I think it might be a game we just like play for a bit and do a bunch of content on, because there's a lot going on in it. And if it's good, then that's even better, you know? But I'm cautiously optimistic for Crimson Desert. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and apologize for being sick again. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.